this is Data, and welcome to the TNA Impact Post Show. It is Friday, May 3rd, 2024, and tonight, Burt and I are going to be talking about Under Siege. Tonight was a great show. Wouldn't you agree, Burt?
Yeah, there were two matches I really, really loved. And yeah, pretty much a solid card all the way around.
I agree. But let's kick things off talking about the countdown to Under Siege. Now, tonight's show did have a couple of changes on the card. As they say, card subject to change. We'll get into those changes as we get to those matches. So the countdown to Under Siege kicked off with Rhino versus VSK. I didn't recognize VSK at first because he looked different. But I did like the fact that commentary mentioned that VSK was a part of Brian Myers' learning tree here. But I was a little disappointed by this match because VSK is an incredible talent, and I feel like this match is more about Rhino, and definitely was kind of like an enhancement match because I feel like VSK didn't get a lot of offense in. But that's just me personally. What were your thoughts on this match and on seeing VSK again?
Yeah, it was nice to have him back, but I just really want to go back to what you said. Just pretty much who had the first learning tree.
Brian Myers.
Yeah, not Chris Jericho, but that's okay. Yeah, this was pretty much just like you said, an enhancement match.
Yes. I was a solid show. It definitely was a solid show. It really was. Okay, we get an Ace Austin interview, which is talking about him and Bay having disagreements, which we've seen play out over the course of the last couple of weeks. And the whole point of this was that Ace Austin said that he thought Chris Bay was too concerned about singles opportunities and that he's no stranger to the X Division title. He's a 3-time X Division champion. And, Chris Bay was not going to be out there to watch his back. So I thought that was kind of interesting here. Are we going to see the breakup of the ABC as a result of this? What do you think?
See, I was just more focused on like the pot. I thought he addressed that, but then he talked about how they're so good that they can be going after the tag titles and the X Division title. So I thought this was an outstanding promo. I think Ace Austin is. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
I think Ace Austin, and again, I don't want ABC to break up, but I think Ace Austin's ready to be put in that main event scene sooner rather than later.
I agree. He's an incredible talent. I definitely would like to see him be world champion.
Yeah.
Okay, we had FBI versus the Batari. Didn't I tell you yesterday that FBI has to have a surprise opponents? Didn't I tell you that?
Well, I thought wasn't there not an opponent announced?
There wasn't an opponent announced. This match was totally like this. I didn't even know never even heard of the Batari here.
Yeah, neither did I.
I thought this was going to be an enhancement match, but the Batari got some offense in. I wouldn't mind seeing more of the Batari in TNA.
Same with FBI. I hope they stick around as well, just because the tag division can always use more talent.
Yeah, I agree. FBI was great here. Zach Clayton and Ray Jazz, they're good. So also on the countdown, we had a Steve Maclin and Frankie Kazarian segment. They're basically talking about how they're going to handle business tonight. Frankie's business, Maclin's business. That's pretty much it. I guess it was a whole can they coexist type of thing,
Yeah, there was really nothing to this. But Kazarian did try to order Maclin around. He pointed that no one gives him orders. And I thought that was really, I like that just because I don't want Maclin coming out of this as playing second to Frankie Kazarian, because even though Frankie Kazarian is going to be world champion, I would think soon, that doesn't mean that Maclin's not in the main event on the main event level as well.
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian is the supplicating king of TNA, but I really do like the fact that Maclin was like, I don't take orders from anybody.
Exactly.
No. So lastly, to close off the countdown to Under Siege, we had the digital media title match. It's Casey Navarro versus Laredo Kid. This is the first time ever seeing Casey Navarro, and I was impressed by what I saw. They need to sign Casey Navarro. I think he would make a great addition to the X division. This was an incredible match. Now, mind you, this was not the original scheduled match. The original scheduled match was Laredo Kid versus Rich Swann in a non-title match, but because Hammerstone was not cleared to wrestle, they altered this match.
And who was Laredo Kid's original opponent again?
Rich Swann.
Which would have been a good match again. I mean, which would have been a good match as well. But yeah, no, this was a really fun match, and I know I've seen Casey Navarro on AEW Dark or one of those internet shows, and I think he's been on TNA a few times, like maybe like a couple of years ago. But yeah, he would definitely fit in TNA.
Io says he's Diamante's younger brother. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Definitely. They need to sign this guy. Like, he is amazing. Like, this match was impressive. Rich Swann versus Laredo Kid would have been just as great. This match was great too.
He's just the kind of guy that when you look the prototypical like guy that would fit the X division and just TNA in general.
That's Laredo fly off the top turnbuckle to end the match was great.
Yeah, I'm glad that ended the match, just because sometimes you would see a move like that not end the match, but it did here.
Yes. All right, so the main card kicked off with Eric Young and Josh Alexander versus Steve Maclin and Frankie Kazarian. Team Canada 3.0 here.
Exactly, that's what I saw. That's just exactly what I thought. Is as soon as Josh gave Eric the headgear.
I know, right? He put on Josh's headgear. Now, I really like this match. There was an overarching story. Remember that feud between Steve Maclin and Josh Alexander? Steve Maclin was originally supposed to face Josh Alexander at Rebellion 2023. Unfortunately, Josh Alexander got injured. That match ended up happening instead at Victory Road. And now Josh Alexander did face Frankie Kazarian in Overdrive 2022, which was the main event. So I really like the intertwining of stories and rivalries here.
Yeah. Well, let me just say, going back to what you said, now I'm thinking about it in my head. Did one Ethan Page get released recently? Has he left AEW? Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Now that you said Team Canada 3.0, give me Ethan Page, Josh Alexander, and Eric Young and a new Team Canada. I just wanted to. That'd be great. But as far as this match, exactly what you said. I like matches where it's basically you take both guys or both people, they're having singles matches or in a rivalry currently, and you put them in a tag match on each other. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really like this match. And I also like, and Tom Hannafan continues to, I don't think, get enough credit, but he was telling the story about how Frankie Kazarian, I believe, cashed an option C on Josh and Law and didn't win. So there's a lot of storyline going on in this match.
Yeah. Now, one last thing, like Maclin accidentally hit Frankie with the psycho knee. So they lost this match because Eric Young pinned Frankie Kazarian. So I'm very curious to see what happens with Steve Maclin and Frankie Kazarian going forward. Are they going to have a mini feud? But I still think the feud between Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young is not over after this.
No, definitely not.
So next we get Ash by Elegance versus Havoc. This was an interesting match, so to speak. I was thinking to myself, like, how is Ash by Elegance going to overcome Havoc? I thought Havoc was going to just toss her around like a ragdoll, which did happen. But I thought some of the funniest moments were outside of this match. Like, you had the concierge pour holy water on Havoc. You had Rosemary drink that holy water. They were just trying to like throw this holy water at them, and commentary was just like, what are they, vampires? And they were talking about like, have they entered the Twilight Zone and stuff like that. It's just that the whole shenanigans going on in this match was something.
See that that took a little bit away from the match, but I do like how she did win because, like I said, she was coming off a loss. We both predicted her to win. But then to me, what happened after I think that elevates her a little bit more and just shows that she has a next gear and more of like an edge to her, just because she took it to Havoc that the Swanton off the top continues to be top tier. She hit it on the chair. And so, yeah, I really like the what happened after this match, and more than ever, especially based on what happens later in the show, and we'll talk about it. I think Ash will be the one to take the title off Jordan.
You know, I really appreciate the ending to this match. I feel like we saw a different side of Ash by Elegance. We saw the ruthless, vicious side of her, which is a side that we hadn't seen up until this point. I think it brings depth to her character.
Definitely.
Especially with that DDT on the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a broken ball mounted injury. Yeah, that's the name that they're going by. And they're just talking about their match against the system here. And Matt Hardy says that they are House of Hardy, and he gives them a coat of arms, which was matching attire. And it was time to delete the system and render them obsolete.
It's funny. The more I look at Trent Seven, I'm like, he should be Matt. He looks like he should be teaming with Matt Hardy already, just with the longer hair. But yeah, no, this was funny.
It was funny. This is my first taste of experiencing Broken Matt Hardy in TNA. When he was doing this whole broken gimmick, I wasn't watching TNA at that time.
Okay. Yeah, that was some of the best stuff in TNA. Just the whole thing that he created there was very unique and interesting.
So next we get Joe Henry versus Zachary Wentz. As we know, before his match, Joe Henry always cuts a promo. This was no different. And he's talking about how, how people in the locker room have beaten the likes of The Rock, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Bushwhacker Luke. But he beat Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, Post Malone because he ended up being number 6 on the charts. And people were chanting number 6. And as always, I believe in 252 pounds, a pure motivation, the answer to all our life's problems. I believe in Joe Henry. I'm really happy for Joe Henry. So happy to hear that he was number 6. And not only that, but he was trending worldwide. And that apology he did to AJ Francis, which I uploaded to my YouTube channel, if you want to check it out, Rangers of Wrestling, was incredible, and he's definitely main event material.
Yeah, definitely. This match was just a little weird for me, just because I didn't understand. Unless like I missed something on one of the shows, I didn't really see like, was there a story to this match, just in terms of them having a match? But it's not like I didn't like the match.
I thought it was a good match. I mean, Zachary Wentz did have a spot where he mocked Joe Henry and he bit his hand. I was like, oh my God. Io says Henry is a star all week has been good, plus was his birthday on Wednesday. Yeah, so he is a major star. I don't know the story behind this match unless I missed something too. This match seems to come out of nowhere. I was more surprised by the fact that Trey Miguel wasn't at ringside like he normally is. But I wonder if this is a one-time thing or if this is going to lead into like if this is them moving Joe Henry into a new feud.
Yeah, I definitely do think it's time to move Joe Henry into the main event scene. Just because I don't see, after Matt, I don't see anybody else that's going to be challenging moves for the title. I don't foresee Matt winning.
You know what's funny though is that if that happens, it's the last time Joe Henry feuded with Moose, you got Dancing Moose. I cannot wait if that feud does happen again, I would be very curious to see what kind of shenanigans Joe Henry comes up with for moves this time around.
Yeah, that's good storytelling on TNA's part as well.
Yeah, I agree. All right. We get the Knockout Tag Team title match. It's Alicia Edwards and Masha Slamovich versus Spitfire. Now, this was Alicia's chance to bring gold to the system. I thought this was a decent match. Alicia Edwards and Masha Slamovich pick up the win after Lish pins Jody Threat. I'm really happy for Alicia. This is the first time she's won gold. I did not know that. I thought maybe she's held gold before, but no, this is the first time winning gold, so congrats to her. And now the system have all the gold.
Yeah, this was my favorite moment of the night, definitely, just because, like why you said it may not have been the best match, but it's all about Alicia holding gold. So, and now the mission is complete where everybody in the system has gold. So, yeah, I really like this. It doesn't have to be for a long time, but for right now, it's really cool.
And I agree. I did not see Alicia feuding with Jordynne Grace and taking that Knockouts title off of her. So this was the next best thing. Give Alicia her moment. She's been there since what? How long? 2017, I think?
Yeah, that's what they said.
2017, and she hasn't won gold. Give her this moment. Give her, a title reign. Even if it's for a little bit.
Exactly.
At least have her hold until Slammiversary,
Yeah.
Against all odds, and then Slammiversary. Then we're, but she deserved it. Or at least I think she deserved it. I don't know.
No, I completely agree with you.
And I really love the fact that Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers came out and they celebrated with Lish, and then she hugged Masha Slamovich.
Yeah, this was a good moment.
It was. Ios is happy for Alicia. Yeah, same. All right, we get a first class promo, and they're just basically talking about how, like, Rich Swann was supposed to face Laredo Kid in a non-title match, and that now they're facing Jake something, and they thought it wasn't fair that you're preparing for one and you're facing a different one. I had to admit, they do have a point there,
That is completely unfair. That'd be like if you showed up to the airport thinking you're going to be sitting in first class and they move you to coach.
Well, I wouldn't know that feeling because I always fly economy.
Well, I don't fly first class either. I'm just saying.
IS plus it puts interest in the titles and Masha system segments. No offense to Spitfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look. I'm not one to like for the tag titles to be hot potato like this, but in this sense, it made sense,
Well, they have 3 teams now.
Yeah, exactly. But anywho, back to first class. Like, if you're not first, you're last.
AJ Francis is really good on the mic. He can talk. And I think Rich Swann is perfect in this gimmick.
It's so crazy because I was not a huge fan of AJ Francis or Top Dollar. I was not a huge fan of him. But I have to say, he's winning me over with this whole gimmick here.
It's because TNA, again, they just know how to showcase people's strengths.
Yeah.
It's really, they know what to do. They kind of give wrestlers free range in a sense.
Yeah, they do. But I thought this was a great match. I mean, apparently this is a first time match too.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. But this is a first time match, and that torture rack backbreaker that Rich Swann, that Jake something did to Rich Swann, even commentary said that was like he was sending Hammerstone a message.
Yeah, that definitely. I didn't pick up on that, but yeah, that's really good by the commentary to pick up on that.
So Diener comes out and he basically wants to make this a tag match or something, but he gets chokeslammed and then Jake something checks up on him. So that's why I was kind of also thinking like, okay, maybe we might see a reunion between Jake something and Cody Diener. But when you think about it, Cody Diener caused Jake something this match.
You know, when I first saw Cody Diener, it was fine. He was good. And then when he was in the design or VVD, it worked. And now it's whatever he's doing doesn't work. And yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. And he basically did cost Jake something in the match.
He did. He cost him the match. I get he was trying to help, but it ended up backfiring him. That's why I keep saying I think this whole people choice gimmick is going to lead him to turning heel. I mean, think about it. The people put him in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the GYV. The people had him go face Hammerstone in a Sin City street fight, and now the people are here having him go after AJ Francis.
Yeah, I think you're completely right. So they're doing something with this.
Yeah, he's gonna turn heel and blame the people,
which usually heels do.
Yeah. Ref was about to kick Francis and Tina decided to deal with AJ while it distracted something. Exactly. You see? Even Ivo agrees. It distracted Jake something. So next we get Jonathan Gresham versus Kushida here. This match was freaking great. Now, I was thinking Jonathan Gresham's character here, that black octopus, his attire here. I thought it was a nice gimmick change. And he spit out the squid ink into his hand and threw that at Kushida. And then he did a mandible claw to Kushida. So he ended up winning this. And then at the end, Kushida's coughing up ink.
That last part, I felt like I was watching something of Lucha Underground. But no, this was a really good match. And I although I thought the ending was a little weird, I do like this direction that they're taking with Jonathan Gresham.
He bit Kushida's forearm.
And then, yeah, Kushida, I see that. At the end, Kushida really selling it and them having to, bring more people out there to get him get into the back. I really like that.
Yeah, this was good. We had PCO. Let me see. This is interesting. All Gresham needed was a character to stand out. Yeah.
It's true.
Next, we get PCO and Jordan Grace versus Steph DeLander and Khan. And I thought it was hilarious that Jordan Grace reanimated PCO herself.
That was funny.
Okay. Was PCO about to kiss Steph DeLander here?
I believe so.
I mean, she tried to seduce him, so what was she expecting?
You're right. The highlight of this match for me was Jordan Grace. I think it was a DVD to Khan. That was incredible. Jordan Grace is a machine. In fact, I think they should put the world title on her. I just think right now that she's the number one champion of the company.
I also says as far as Kushida, it'd be interesting on how he's feeling after Steph tried 3 times. I have to say, Jordan Grace does not back down from anybody. She stood up to Bully Ray. She stood up to Khan here. She tried to pick him up at the beginning, but she wasn't able to. But at the end, she was able to pick him up. I thought the rolling DDT, I think. That's what she did. That was incredible.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. And Jordan Grace and PCO won this match. So This was a fun tag match. No lie.
Yeah, this was a fun match as well. I didn't know what to expect going down. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but it wasn't bad.
Same. Like I didn't think that I was gonna like this match, but I did. I ended up liking it. We get the X Division title match, Ace Austin versus Mustafa Ali. This was my favorite match of the night. This was match of the night, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would have put this last, but no, this was the best match of the night.
This match, holy shit. You know? This was match of the night. Hell yeah, it was. I mean, like, this. I don't even know what words to describe this match. That's how incredible this was. I don't think I could find the adjectives for this match. But if you notice on commentary, they mentioned Trevor Lee. So I wonder if maybe we'll see Trevor Lee pop up.
He's another person that just always felt like he belonged in TNA, and when he left, it was a big loss. So yeah, I would love for Trevor Lee to come back.
The exhibition enough said Ace Austin was so talented. Yeah, he definitely is. I mean, like, I really like the fact that Ace Austin brought out that his playing card like he used to, that kick to the face and then neck breaker that Ali did to Austin. Ace Austin was great. Ace Austin grabbing Mustafa Ali's hair. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
He grabbed him. You know, I really like that double leg takedown and then sharpshooter that Mustafa Ali did to Ace Austin. But that Secret Service people got involved in this match.
Has kind of been the story of Ali's reign so far, which I don't mind. But that seems to be happening a lot lately.
Yeah. But nevertheless, Mustafa Ali retains, and match of the night here. Like, fuck, man. Like, this is incredible. I would not mind seeing Ace Austin versus Mustafa Ali too.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Give me a whole freaking trilogy here.
Yeah.
Now, the main event was a Broken Speedball Mountain. No, what was it? Broken Speedball Mountain versus the System. Just that image of the System walking out with their gold, with all the gold, that was freaking amazing. I thought that was a really cool shot.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, like, I was really surprised that the System won this match because I really thought Matt Hardy and Broken Ball Mountain. Yeah, Broken Ball Mountain. I thought they were gonna take this match, especially after my favorite spot in this match was the triple twist of fate that they did. I really thought this was their match. Ball, speed, and Trent the Seven was hilarious. But that didn't. I mean, so what were your thoughts on this match?
Well, I think after Alicia won, it was kind of a given that the System were going to win, just because you wanted the image of them with all their gold at the end of the match after they won. But yeah, no, there was a lot of spot. The table spot, I didn't think I was going to like this match as much, just because going in wasn't it supposed to be Nemeth, and then then they kind of put Hardy in there instead.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Nemeth.
But still, I really selfishly, all that was missing from this match would be maybe trios titles.
Another spot that I liked was when the Moose did. I don't know what he was aiming for, but when he jumped off the turnbuckle and Matt Hardy caught him with the cutter. So that was
obviously
really cool.
No, I was gonna say obviously we said that the match before was match of the night, but this match, you know, I wouldn't hate anybody who said this was the match of the night either. This match was surprisingly really good.
It was. I was not expecting it to be as good. I kind of thought we were going to get a repeat of Nick Nemeth and Speedball Mountain with when they faced Steve Macklin and the Rascals. You know?
Yeah.
But no, this match blew expectations. It did. And you can't stop the system. You can't. So if you don't already trust the system, you should.
Yeah. Again, I just like the image of them at the end holding all the gold, and then Hannafan basically saying that they control TNA. They have all the gold. So yeah. And then, like you said at the beginning, technically this was like one of their B shows, but still they put out an A performance. So good for TNA once again.
Yeah, this show was incredible, top to bottom. I will say the one little blimp that I disliked was really kind of just like the VSK Rhino match.
Yeah.
You know, because I like VSK and I was happy to see him back, but I feel like we didn't get to see what VSK could do.
But again, it's on the pre-show. It's just to get people a taste of it. They should.
Yeah, I know that's true. So I can't really hold it against that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible show. You got any last minute things to say as we get ready to wrap up here?
No, just continue watching TNA, continue watching us, and then yeah, I think when's the next show? Like June what?
Against All Odds, I think it's June 14th.
Yeah, so it's not too far away, but a little over a month.
I have to say, I've said it before, and I'll say it again here. People need to stop sleeping on TNA wrestling. This was a hell of a show, top to bottom, and people still continue to sleep on TNA. They still don't give the product a chance. I don't know how many more times I can preach that. But with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever we go live or whenever Body Slam goes live. And we'll see you next week for the Fallout from Under Siege. Bye.